Hello, viewers. You're welcome to this edition of Building a Mobile Application, and we are going to use Jotforms. Now, there are so many ways of building a mobile application, but we're going to be taking a lot of series. But for now, we're going to start with using Jotforms, a very easy step-by-step method of creating a mobile application online. So let's jump right into it. My name remains Vincent Hope. Now let's jump right into it. So we're going to use Jotform. So we go to Google and we type Jotforms. You see there Jotforms and we press enter. Now Jotforms is a free online form builder and form creator. Now, if you are a new user, you have to sign up. But if you are an old user, you simply just log in. Now, if I click login, for example, let's see what it takes us to. It takes us to the Jotform. You see Jotform environment. Let's see what it comes up with. Beautiful. So this is like the dashboard. After you have signed up, you have this dashboard. So to create our mobile application, we go to products. You can see you have templates, integration, products, support, themes, but let's go to products. Then we go to Jotform apps. So we click Jotform apps. We click on Jotform apps. Now you come to this environment. It said create apps with no code app builder. So Jotform is a no-code app builder. So what we simply do is click Get Started Now. We click Get Started Now. So it gives us three options. It says no code app builder to create fully customized apps for forms, widgets, data, and the rest. So you can start from scratch. You can use a template. You can build a store. So let's use a template. Click on this. Click Build a template. Okay, so now it asking me now to choose template category. Now there are several categories which we're going to build different types. We have company portal apps, customer portal apps, information technology apps, insurance apps, online services apps, and a host of others. So now for this, now if I click on this, which is company portal apps, we have sales and marketing, finance and accounting portal, operations and logistics, and the rest. So for the first lesson, these are the apps under company portal app templates. Let's do this basic one, which is a retail inventory app. You know what an inventory app means? To be able to keep track of the goods that come in and the goods that are being sold or go out. So I come here and I simply say use templates. If I say use templates, so it's taking a while, so let's give it some time. Now use templates. Okay, it's still trying to create the app using the template. Now you have the app partially created with the template. You can see that here you have the preview here. So here is the real app. So you have three options. You have build, you have settings, you have publish. Now the app, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to adjust the name of the app store. So if I click on this, click here, anywhere here, I can go and say it, let's call it mega retail store. Okay, now product inventory, you can see you can change it here or you change it directly here. Product inventory for internal use only. Okay, I can simply come here and remove this here and type check, or let's say monitor, or let me use maintain products inventory. I use that inventory, ORY. Okay, So used for maintaining product inventory. So this is for the general. Now look at this option here, app header properties. So we are dealing with this header for now. So let's come to the logo. You discover it doesn't have a logo. So if you want a logo, you have to upload. If you don't know where to go get logos, you can simply go to Google, type Google here, press enter, then type, just say, let's say, we are using that. So let's say retail shop logo, for example, retail shop, and press enter, and I click images here. So you see a retail store, shopping, different types, retail stores, and the rest. Let me take this. All right, click on this, and I click save image as. Okay, this is where I saved all the images I want. So I can call this one shopping. So, and I click save here. Click save. So it is saved. Now if I go back, so you can pick from any of these other options. Okay, let's take this one again. Save it, save as, call it you and me. Click what? Save. Okay, now let's go back to our Jotforms. Okay, we are here right now. Retail event. Okay, so now let's upload it. So upload the file we just created. Okay, now if I click upload, I look for where I stored it. I think I stored it under, let's say, Jotforms. Let's see. Okay, under mobile app, this is where I stored it. This is mobile app, and I saved it under Jotforms. Okay, so look at all the logos here. So which one best suits us? We can take this one for shopping or let me take the article like this. Double click it. So it comes up here. You see the logo has appeared here. So I can increase the size. It becomes bigger, bigger, bigger. Okay, if I don't like it, okay, let me do adjustment. Let me remove this logo, upload another one, click on this. Let me select you and me shop. Let's see. Okay, let me expand it now. Okay, so this looks better. So you and me shop, that's the logo, mega retail store. Now I can do some adjustment on the style. Remember, we're still on the app header properties. I click here. I can decide to change the background color. If I change the background color, I click on this point here. You see, this is the background color. Let me see something that could be nice. I click on this yellow here, and I select this here. Okay, I select this here. Click OK. Okay, sorry, the background color. Select here again. Click on this option here. Let's take a light blue here. Select this. Okay, this, and I press enter. I come here, select it. Okay, this is the white color here. Let me select it, like I selected the wrong one. Blue here. Click on this place. Okay, it's not responding. Okay, we can choose. We'll come back to edit that. So we can change the style, but we can actually change the text color. Look at the text color here. We take red. You can see this is changes to red. Let's change this to blue. No, doesn't blend. Let's say purple. Red. I think red will do. Or let me say red, yellow. Or let me take a yellow. No, that's what a red will do. This is red. Okay, mega retail store. That is okay. So we can do the head alignment. Let me say left, center, right. But let's leave it at center. It looks better. Okay, so we are done with this area. Now we can put off and on the background, off the background. on the background. Okay, doesn't really have much effect, so let's leave that. Okay, so we are done with this. Let's move on to this area. So we've added the logo, we've also added the header, change the color of the header. So now we can scroll down a bit. Fine. Now see, there's already a picture here. I think this is a retail store. We can leave this, but if you want to change it, you click on it and click properties here. You can come here and remove the image and insert another one, but for now I think we can leave that that's good to go. So now let's come into this point, fill or create retail inventory. Now if we come to this point here, if you click edit form, now this is where you actually enter the data. Now here you need to see some information. Now if I click here on edit form, it opens another window. And in that window you can see how the product inventory information record form is. You have inventory ID, you have storage location, you have product name, you have product design, then you have unit price, you have quantity in stock, reorder level, and reorder level and reorder quantity. Now if I want to see how this functions without using it directly from the app, I can simply come here and say preview form. If I preview this form, I can decide to come here and enter an inventory ID. Let me call it 003. Then stock location, I can say store it in storage A. The product name, I can say, let me call it digital wristwatch. I call it a digital wristwatch. Okay, I can call it an Apple product, for example. We're just using any. Then we talk about the price. We come to the unit price here. We can say it's $250 or naira. Quantity in stock, let's say 100 pieces. Then reorder level means when it has, what level does it drop before you can reorder. So it drops to 50. Then we come back here and say reorder quantity. What do you reorder? You can also reorder 50. Then you submit. When you submit it, now that information has been added to the order inventory there. So if we go back to this and we say let's say we still are here and we click on properties, for example. We click on properties. Okay, these are the properties here. Okay, let's still on the edit form. If I click edit form again, okay, this one is the one we used before, so let me close this. This is edit form here. Now you can see you can still add more information if we use the preview setting. If we use the preview setting, you can now add more information as we did previously. You can see the one we added before is still there. Suppose we add one more, 004, made storage B, and we call it, let's call this one let's call it phone, or let's call it a power bank, for example. Product, let's say it's made by ITEL, and we come here, the unit price is 150, quantity in stock 100, reorder level 100. Let's leave them at 100, and we also what? Submit. When we submit, it also says thank you. So we return back. Now we will see those things that we added. We're going to see them as we use them. Now we're just working. We just wanted to show you what the edit form can do. Now those inventories added are already inside the form, and we're going to see how to use them. So if you come back to properties, okay, if you come back to let's say, okay, we are still on okay, let's go back, sorry. We come back to properties now. These are the properties. We have general, we have form label, we have form description. There's nothing much to do here. If I click on edit form, for example, if I click on edit form, I can change the content here, but I don't want to do that now. So let me leave that now. So let me come to style, for example. I can change the style of the form. If I click change style, for example, you can change the color text, the text color, anyone. You can see how it has changed back, but I don't want that as a control Z. So let's go back to this. Okay, okay, I'm not going to save it. Let me go back general. Okay, so you can change the style. Let me change the style. Okay, then the customize, you can use this, or use this. Okay, now, so if you want to, so now let's come to track inventory. Now this is the properties allows you to do some modifications on this button here. Now if you want to track inventory, we come to track inventory. Now if you track inventory, remember you use this one to enter some information during the edit form. So now if I want to track the inventory, now you can see now you have an option that gives you for you to view the table of what you have entered. Now let's view that table and see what happened. If we view the table, which is the background table or background form behind the interface or Jotform, you will see some interesting information. That is where the data is being stored. Now let's look at quickly the ones we entered. Now you discover now we entered 004, or let's start from here, 003. We entered digital wristwatch. We entered the stock is 100, the unit price is 50, the inventory, multiply these times, you get the inventory. Reorder level is 50, quantity level is 50. Now the same thing for the power bank. Now you see that power bank storage B 100, 150 in price, total of inventory value is 115,000, 50, 50. So this is every time you enter an information in the form, it is stored in this table here. So you can see other information that is there. These were just used to fill in the blanks. You can actually go there and remove them. If I don't want this one, for example, if I click on it, I can come here and click delete. That it said move to trash, and I move it to trash. Now that information is gone. If I click on this and this one, let me remove this too, this, okay, and I remove this one too, and I click delete, move to trash. So every information that was there that is not necessary, you can remove them and leave this information. You can do that. You can see also here, you have order history. That's how many products have been ordered. This was just put in there to fill in the blanks. So you have, this is the order ID, this is the product that was ordered, how many quantity was ordered, 15, which was the date, February 3rd, 2020, and from which location this. So it gives you that you have the vendor list. Vendor list simply means those who are your suppliers. So all these people, A42 White House Proclaim Plane, this you can also add some information on your vendor list here if you wish to. Now you can also download all the forms. If you want to download these forms, you can simply call download. Do you want to download it as CSV, as Excel, or PDF? Let me say as PDF. It will download. Okay, so do you want to create a zip file? Do I know? So if I say click OK, let's see what it does. It's downloading. Let's allow it to do that process. Now let's make progress, or let's see, download it as Excel file. Download it. Okay, I think Excel is easier, so it's downloading as an Excel file. We'll see what it comes to. So let's go back. So we are from, it is from this view table that we saw all this information we're just going through now. Then we have properties. If you click on the properties, you can change the style, just like we changed the style here, but we're going to leave this at that. And you can do any editing you want on any of this here. So that is about working on this. Then if you want to delete it, you delete it, but we are not deleting it now. So we come here, okay. Now the contact, under contact us, this is exactly where you can get the store location. You can use this map. If you need it, you use it. If you don't want to use it, you can delete it, but we're going to leave it here for now. Then Colors, you click on colors. If you click on colors, you click on the properties, you enter your appropriate phone line. So this is phone number. So I'm going to enter an appropriate phone number that comes as, so as is +234 8099797980. So that is your contact here. You can click here too, and it will show you for email. So let's enter our email. So VIN, okay, it has come up. You can use vin.isvcompany@gmail.com. We select that. That is our email. So we have adjusted that. Let's scroll down a bit. Now you have all your, you can say 2020, 2021, all rights reserved. I double click this now, click on this now. I click on this, sorry. Okay, let me just delete this now. Delete this, I don't need this. Delete. Okay, I just use this now. Now you have your X. So let's click on this and click on edit. If we click edit, now you want a YouTube channel. Now I have a YouTube channel. So we'll go to YouTube, press enter. Now what is our YouTube channel name? Our YouTube channel name is okay. Nichira is Entrepreneurship TV. You can see it here, Entrepreneurship TV at Vincent. I click on it. Okay, this is our YouTube channel. We have so many so Entrepreneurship TV. Click on this. It's my picture. Click on this here. Okay, so we have so many video. Okay, so Entrepreneurship TV, we simply just copy the link, Control C, go back to our product. Where are we? We're here. Okay, and we enter here YouTube, paste it here. And the same thing we do for the Twitter, we do for the LinkedIn, but we're just going to leave that of the YouTube now. So I think so far we are done creating this mobile app. So let's see. This is what we have done. So we added the logo. So we're done to this point. So it looks quite okay. So now the next thing we are going to do now, let's check our settings. We have done build. Go to settings. Now settings. Now you say app settings. App application is already enabled, so you leave it there. Add to home screen model, leave it on. Continue forms later. So generally you leave this. If you want to change the app name and icon, let's click on this app name. Here it is reading ABC. So if I want to change this, I click on this here and I remove this AP, this logo here. I remove it and I upload the one we use. Okay, let's check, which is You and Me Shop. Click on it. You can see that one will appear here. Okay, so retail inventory app. So we can leave it as retail. You can change it or leave it as retail inventory app. Then you have what is called the splash screen. The splash screen, what comes up if it's not being used for a while, it will just come up by itself. Let's click here. So we can leave this. I think this is okay. If you want to customize it, you can just click customize. You can change the color here, change it to another, let me say something like orange. This color here. Okay, change that color. This one looks better. Okay, then we come to push notification. If you want any push notifications, that's any information you send on the app, you want it to send to every other person, you can activate this on. You can see it comes up. Then you type in the push notification, what you want to type in. We're not going to do that now. You can simply say, okay, let's say we can simply say new arrivals. New arrivals. We can say what headset phone, for example, is a store headset. No. Let's say okay, let's use something, let's say Apple iPhone 15, for example. Just anything you want to put. If you click send, it will send it to everybody. Now you can see all users receive the notification. So everybody's going to receive it. So push notification, it shows us this is what we push. Then AI chatbot, this for now, we're not going to activate this, so we're just going to leave it on the push notification. AI chatbot simply means if you want to add an AI software or AI interactive chatbot to your app, but we're going to leave that active. So we're done with settings. So now we go to publish. Now this is to make your app live. Now if you discover that you're published, if you click public access, you can say it's already published access. So you have private access, public access, company access, just for only for company users. But let's make it public so that we can see how it is used. So it's already in public. Now if you want to publish, you want to copy, you can now simply copy this link. If you copy this link, now I have copied this link, which is the link that is here. Now let me go to another Windows environment and I paste that link. I paste it. You can see now app Jotform 211 whatever, and I press enter. If I press enter, now you discover now that store which we just created has just appeared right here. Now it brought something very interesting. It says add retail inventory app to your home screen. That means as soon as you send the link to anybody and they open it up, it will ask them to add it to their home screen. So add this app to your home screen for quick and easy access on the go. Say add to home screen. It now says what? Install retail inventory. So you see that Jotform does it automatically. When you send the link, the person clicks the links, it asks you to add the screen. Now if you say install it, it will install the app immediately. Now see what happens. It will install the app. So if it's on a phone or whatever, it will install the app immediately. Now you can see now it can say what app installed already, retail inventory app installed as app on your device, and will simply run from its own window, launch it as start menu. So this is a desktop, so I can say ping to taskbar or ping to start. I can ping to taskbar or create a short in a desktop shortcut, and I click allow. Now if I close it, now look at it here. Now let me close it first. I want to show you something. Now okay, it's a shortcut. Let me minimize this. Okay, now you see the retail inventory is already here. I can make it also pin it on my tax bar. Let me see. Does it give me the option to pin it on my tax bar? Pin it on my tax bar. Okay. Now let's make progress. We're not seeing that now. So if I double click here, I'm sure you can see the app is now running. Very simple and straightforward. Now if I want to use the app, I simply scroll down. I can say fill inventory. Now what we used on the preview, now you see it live working. Add inventory, add another product 005. Okay, which storage? I saw it on storage C. The product name, I call it AirPod, for example. Retail from, let's say, Motorola, for example, just using any name, Motorola. Okay, unit price, let's say $55. Quantity in stock, let's say 200. I bring it down. Reorder level, let's say 100. Reorder quantity, I also say 100. So I click submit. If I submit it, it says thank you. I go back to the app. So if you notice that my app is fully up and running. If I want to check my inventory, if I click check inventory, I click on check inventory. You can see now the one we just entered. You can see 005 AirPod, storage C, quantity 200, unit price $55, inventory. So the total cost value of inventory, the one we entered before, power bank, digital resource. So you can see that your app is up and running without much stress. So this is how you create a simple app using Jotforms. And now we just finished creating an inventory store. In the next lesson, we're going to use more of Jotforms to create apps, different types of apps, so that we can see how they all function.